So Lela Rochon, Lala Anthony, they learning to sleep with a broken heart, you guys. Like the rest of us have had to learn, you know what I'm saying? We learn to sleep with that broken heart. Alright now. Just give you a little taste of that Alicia Keys. Yes. She know what it's about. She out here getting her man how she live. Yes, yes. So, we're going to take a break from national news and politics, and we're going to focus on some popular culture issues and discuss home and family for a second. So, you know, Antoine Fuqua was discovered, photographed on an island in Italy with Nicole Murphy, who calls herself a family friend. And they were caught in a compromising position or two, kissing, necking, all of that in what looked like beach attire. And so the first statement that Nicole Murphy issued, who is the ex-wife of Eddie Murphy, okay? So she's like his third baby mama, first wife, okay? So the first statement that Nicole Murphy issued was basically like, I saw a family friend, I said hi, we kissed, I left, that's it. When she saw the other photos, she basically released an apology to Antoine Fuqua's wife, Lela Rochon, who is an actress known for her work in Waiting to Exhale and also for her work in Boomerang, Harlem Nights. So she issued an apology to Lela Rochon and the Fuqua family, her own family. And it's got us asking a question, because Lela Rochon has put on a couple of pounds. A lot of people are trying to blame Lela. They're basically saying that Fuqua has the right to cheat because Lela has gained so much weight. Now, she's a pretty big girl. So as a pretty big woman, from one pretty girl to another, you look good with your plus size, boo. With that being established, is society teaching women that a husband can blame his wife for his infidelities if she's gained weight? So, another couple was having marital woes. Lala Anthony and famed basketball star Carmelo Anthony. Lala Anthony has been a DJ. She's a reality star, you know, a basketball wife, not on the real reality show Basketball Wife. She had her own show, Lala's Full Court Life. I used to watch it. And I really love Lala. I really love the dynamic of Lala with Carmelo. Just like I always loved the thought, even though they were not really in the forefront of television society, because you don't really see Lela Rochon too much with her husband, except at events. You know what I'm saying? And so I like the idea of Lela with Antoine, just like I like the idea of Lala with Carmelo. So when they asked this question about could Lela be blamed because she put on pounds, I would be like, okay, so what's Lala's, you know, what are you going to blame on Lala for Carmelo cheating, right? It's too much. We have to get to the point to understand that a fupa, which is the fat upper pussy area, does not stop love, okay? I can tell you definitely as a plus size woman, I've never been short on admirers, okay? And with Lela looking as beautiful as she does, carrying her weight, you can definitely say that there are many takers out there. I know in the groups that I'm on YouTube, one guy posed the question, would you pass or smash? One picture was a picture of Lela in her former years, and another picture was Lela in her recent years with the weight gain. And several of the men were very firm in saying they'd smash both Lelas. So I just want to encourage my sis, baby. You rub your fupa and your chin fat like Funky Dineva say, and you say, baby, somebody gonna love me for me. You hear me, girl? That's right. You go to IHOPs, you order your Rooty Tooty fresh and fruity. Do you hear me, girl? You go to Waffle House. You order your hash browns smothered and covered. Do you understand me, girl? Don't let them play you like that. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Antoine helped put them pounds on you, baby. Them pounds ain't just come from Lela laying up on her own. Fuqua was laying up with Lela. And now everybody is trying to compare Lela to Nicole. Now, I cracked a joke, and I guess I should apologize, but I'm not popular enough to apologize for no shit like this. They were trying to say that Nicole Murphy looks better because she's slimmer. And I said, well, okay, why was Nicole cheated on by Eddie Murphy? You know, he likes transsexuals and she looks like one because there's no there, baby. Of course, she can't carry 20 extra pounds. She's like a Slim Jim. Where is it going to go? You know what I'm saying? And with that strong face, she needs to be a lean, mean, running machine. She does not need to put anything on that body but a dress. You hear me? Lela can come 90s or today. You understand what I'm saying? And I love a versatile woman. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's more what it is than what it ain't. So what's wrong with the fupa? What's wrong with the fupa? What is the problem here? Let's not act like women of sustenance, such as myself, aren't confident because of our bodies and our minds. Whereas you have these smaller women like, I'm sorry, Nikki Boo, but you put yourself out there, Nicole Murphy, all of these other women who are out here on their city girl, summer girl shit all summer long. And all that they have to exude this confidence is the fact that they can fit a size 2. This is the confidence that you have. So basically what these women are saying by basically justifying Fuqua, they're basically saying, look, if I was to put on 10 to 20 pounds, I would let my man cheat, which is a whole nother question. We're going to just go ahead and stick to where we are right now. You have to be careful with what you say about another woman because you don't know where you're going yourself, okay? And if it was all about a man being faithful, wouldn't Nicole Murphy still be with Eddie? Wouldn't Lala and Carmelo have the perfect life? How about Kirk and Rashida? Okay, so we can't say that Antoine Fuqua's got outside kids because Lela Rochon has gained 35 to 40 pounds or whatever she's gained. I keep going up on that number. We're just going to have to face the fact that Antoine Fuqua is a hoe, a whore. We're going to shorten it down to a hoe. And the women that engage in his extracurricular activity with him in the sexual sense are some hoes for hire. Okay, so he's got a good buck, and these hoes are willing to fuck. Excuse me, because I don't know what the guidelines are on YouTube with the profanity. But let's just be honest here. You know, let's poke fun at them the way they did poor Lela all day long. They made fun of my girl, and they must don't know, baby. Big girls got the jokes when it comes to these skinny, because you know you hungry. Just like those bitches that were with R. Kelly. Okay, so you mean to tell me, and I'm not talking about the kids. Make no mistake, disclaimer statement. I am not talking about R. Kelly with underage children. Let's see him in prison for that. I'm talking about these grown women who say they sat around R. Kelly all day hungry. And that if he said that they couldn't eat, they didn't eat. Okay, the big girl in me, I would have been like, okay, so you mean to tell me I can't have nothing to eat? And then this one woman was like, she was sitting at the table with R. Kelly. He and his boys were eating, and she was hungry and didn't even let him know. Baby, you couldn't have paid me to sit at no table with nobody. Or nothing. Kelly nothing. I don't care who they are. If you ain't gonna feed me nothing, baby, I can go to McDonald's and get a 4 for $4. I may not can afford that filet mignon, but a sister can damn sure afford a 4 for $4. Okay, a 2 for $5, something around this camp. It's getting ridiculous with these hoes. So now it poses the question, when you look at the grown women that R. Kelly were dealing with, not the children, we're looking at it from the facts of what we saw on the Lifetime movie network about the grown women, putting aside the allegations of the children. When we hear people say things like, oh, it's the weight, she put on too much weight, you can't expect your man to be faithful. So how much of that factors into a woman sticking around and starving herself for a man? I mean, you skinny chicks need to kind of figure out what it is you're going for here when it comes to the infidelities and cheating. Because I could be a side chick. You gonna still feed me. I'm gonna need to eat. That's secured and locked in with a big girl. So when you thinking about it from the standpoint of these women who are allowing themselves to be objectified by men, how much of it is their fault? How much of it is the man's fault? How much of it? How much of it is Fuqua's fault and Kelly's fault? How much of it is the woman's fault? Because there are plenty of women like, go after the man. Don't take it out on the side chick. There are plenty of women out there that are saying Lela and Lala and Rashida need to leave and it's their fault for staying. But there's no one telling these side chicks to have some type of couth for themselves. Like, okay, you take me to an island. We're photographed. I'm first to respond before you. Okay, cool. You know, I mean, it just seems like a little bit too much wiggle room is allowed for men with side chicks than it is with them and their own wives. Like, damn, a wife has to be a size 2, a sexual aggressor. She has to be beautiful, able to cook 3-course meals. These hoes get flued out. Yes, city girl shit, summer girl shit. They get flued out to nice expensive islands, get to lay up all day up under somebody's husband, and they don't have to worry about him when he's sick. They don't have to worry about him when he's financially incapable. They don't have to worry about him when he's going through issues with courts of law or anything like that. They only get to bask in the sun. Okay, so it brings about the question, and all of these questions I'm hoping we'll get some comments on as you guys listen. Just comment down in the comment section of this video. So how much of this do we need to blame on the husband? Now, I feel like you cannot have a person able without an enabler. Whether the man is the enabler or the woman is the enabler in a side chick man relationship, that's on them. I guess it would have to transfer out. But for me, I feel like I could not be a side chick because ultimately, I want to be able to be seen in public without having to make excuses. I don't want to be the woman that's saying, well, oh, I didn't know he was still married. And I didn't know that they were still together. I want to be the chick that's like, you know what? I turned him down, girl. And I'm just letting you know if you want to know. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had those opportunities in my life, plus size and all. I've never been a small woman. Men have approached me and tried for a lot of times to put me in compromising positions. And ultimately, they learned because I kept turning them down, okay? I was not about to be that chick. I'm not about to be the chick that you're going to handle and finagle and I have to hide out and I have to offer up excuses and stuff like that. And while I appreciate the world for getting to the point where the side chick is not the woman with the A on her chest for adultery or you know, treated like she's an outcast or a social leper, I do feel like some couth is needed, ladies. Like, you know, no one's asking you to be ashamed, but just think about if it was you. You know, like Nicole Murphy with her statement about she thought the marriage was over. You're in your 50s, boo. You know, you've had a husband of your own. You have about 5 children by Eddie Murphy. You know what it is to be married. You know what it is to be at home. You've kept your weight up, but you weren't able to keep a husband. Okay, so as a woman who knows what the loss of a marriage is for the children as well as for the wife, why would you want to put yourself in the position to hurt a woman like that? All of you people out there who are blaming Lela, so you mean to tell me you're not worth being faithful to if you gain weight? I can't believe how superficial some people are. So you gain 35 pounds and your spouse deserves the right to cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you get sick. Let's say you don't gain any weight. Let's say you get sick. Let's say you're laying in the hospital bed. Because I remember all of you people, when it came to B. Smith, husband having a girlfriend because she has Alzheimer's, you guys were so like, you know what, he's wrong for getting a girlfriend on B. Smith. He's supposed to do her better than it. So you mean to tell me that it would be better for a B. Smith's husband to have a girlfriend on her if she was 75 pounds overweight? Then you could be like, oh, she's got Alzheimer's and she's fat? Oh no, he can go fuck anything he want to. It's redundant. It's hypocritical. You can't look at one woman and say she deserves faithfulness, and then look at another woman and say she doesn't because she's gained weight. And everybody's trying to say, oh, she has lupus. She's been sick. Fuck all of that. You gain weight, you gain weight. I gain weight from time to time. At one time, I was a size 24. Then I went from that size 24 to a size 12, 14. Then I gained weight because my boyfriend that I'm with was a chef. He's cooking all of this extravagant food. I went from a 12, 14 to a 16, 18. So now I'm back trying to get into a 12, 14. And at no time in those weight transfers from a 24 to a 16 to a 12, 14 was I ever not worthy of love and faithfulness. And if I was to ever listen to society tell me some silly crap like that, I guess I would have just been like happy to stay with my husband who was cheating on me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch what you say. You know, stop trying to blame it on everybody. You know, else if 2 people are cheating, that husband and that side chick are bad people. And you just got to face it. And this is my thing. I agree with, she played Diamond. I can't think of her name right now. Brett's sister. She was one of the first people to speak out about it. I totally agree with her. Because the point of the matter is, if you're going to be a side chick, own it. All this, I didn't know when you did know. If I'm going to be a side chick, I'm going to own it. Okay, I was with him. I'm sorry, girl. That's what we do. Okay, we try to go other places. They caught us. My bad. Okay, because you don't owe her an explanation. You don't owe us an explanation. So why come up with these bogus lies like you don't know this man got a wife? Like, you know, Summer Bunny said that about Cardi B. Now she's saying it about Lyrica and A1. Nicole Murphy's using her old ass is using that excuse. I mean, it's just outdated and tragic, okay? And when you get husbands and you find Jesus, I don't want to hear nothing about how these men deceived you, okay? If you know anything about him with a minor, you better say something now, because I'm going to be one of the first ones, like all of them, that man and them hoes need charges. Okay? Because I'm still on that tip with R. Kelly and those women from Lifetime. I don't care how much money they got for that Lifetime or how many Emmys they won. Charges should be pressed on them, because there's no way you continue years in a relationship with a man not feeding you, leaving you in the house with no food like a rabid dog, and then having you have sex with a child and you don't report him. No, bitch, you bogus. So the next question we're gonna have to ask is, and my opinion is my opinion, I stated strongly. However, I do not want anyone to think that they have to prescribe themselves to my opinion just because you subscribe to my channel. This is something that I like doing. I like talking shit about different things in the world. So I just want somebody to do it with. Like, comment, subscribe. So, does society pressure women to be perfect while men get to be comfortable? And my comment is yes. Hell yes. Nothing frustrated me more than when DJ Khaled's fat ass got on the radio. I believe he was at the Breakfast Club. And he says he doesn't give his wife cunnilingus. Now, if you don't know what that word is, it's basically female head. You know, giving oral sex to your wife or whatever like that, or your partner, a female. So he's like, no, I don't do that for her, but I expect it from her. So you mean to tell me you expect this woman to get on her knees for you, but you never do it for her? Oh, these bitches is putting up with too much for some money, and then these women they have to sign these prenups. They're not able to take any of this money with them. Baby, y'all better open up a bakery or a boutique or something, baby. Cause I'll be going, baby. There ain't no way your fat ass gonna get it and I can't get it. You got me messed up. But you know, R. Kelly wasn't feeding women for a long time. You know, maybe DJ Khaled's wife gonna get her episode or two off a Lifetime surviving not getting head. All right, so comment below on that. Does society pressure women to be perfect while men get to be comfortable? So we've already talked about the fact that Carmelo Anthony was found on a yacht with other women, and the fact that Lela Anthony has had so much work done is an issue for me, because I felt like Lela was gorgeous. That's the same thing with Little Kim. I feel like Little Kim, everybody look at Little Kim's look. Little Kim is trying to look like Faith Evans. There, I said it. Nobody else wanted to. I had to, because to me, Kim was gorgeous back in the day. You know, whatever this Barbie crap is that has Nicki Minaj thinking she created it because she put the word Barbie on that. I totally attest what Nicki is saying with that and give that totally and completely to Kim. And I love me some Nicki, baby. But at the same time, Kim created that image of the Barbie doll. And so, of the black Barbie doll. I'm sorry, you guys. My dad is calling. So, with that being established, that's my baby. He's ready for me to come pick him up, but I got to do this video first, y'all. I'm sorry. So, with that being established, you know, the fact that Kim has done all this work to herself, when you look at old pictures of herself, she was gorgeous. And then you look at old pictures of Lela Anthony, and she was gorgeous. Now, Lala's work is way better than Kim's. At the same time, the fact that they have had certain work done while holding bodies that would be considered some of the best bodies in America. Okay? Both women stepped on the scene and all of us were floored by them coming on the scene. So with that being established, how much of today's societal norms force women to feel like they always have to change and metamorphose into a more beautiful being? You know, I feel like it's constant. And nobody wants to be honest about it. Nobody wants to be honest about the fact that women are made to feel pressured into being more than what they already are. And I appreciate when people look at the Jenners, look at Kylie, look at Khloe Kardashian, look at Kim Kardashian. These people drastically changed their bodies. And what's so cold, Kim is wrong for that big fake ass. And she wants somebody to believe that it's real. She's wrong for that. So, it's very popular today to act as if infidelity all falls on the female. It's either the side chick's fault or it's the wife's fault. But we need to keep the focus on the man. The fact that most of these men are the men with money. The fact that most of these women are willing to be susceptible to that lifestyle because they want the money spent on them. Okay, so a lot of these women want to be side chicks. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I was Lela, if I was Lala, if I was Rashida and my man had millions that he could offer me and he helped me establish businesses, I'm not saying I would give you guys that bank either. Yeah, you can get you a little apartment if he's stupid enough to skim off some money and get you in an apartment. But as soon as I find out about it, your ass is getting out of it. And I'm going to keep my husband. And I don't care how nobody feels about that. Like, if you bitches can live two in a house with a man, I don't care about anybody feeling some type of way, because I'm big up in these women for staying in their marriages. Cardi B took Offset back. Good for you, bitch. Take your husband back. Because if you guys are building an empire and he knows how to work and get bread and you know how to work and get bread, that's a hard combination. A lot of people only want to see one check coming in big enough for two people to spend. So if you all were in love and you don't mind getting paper, these little hoes can get some snacks. You get a full course meal. I see nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with that. And I feel like women who are married and want to keep their husbands need to buck up on these side chicks. You don't have to shoot at nobody. You don't have to beat nobody up. But let